to Today on 2. It is Thursday, February 14th, Valentine's Day.
Yes.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's to you too, Dennis.
And a reminder to the forgetful men in the audience, today is the day.
There's still time.
Yes, you have all day.
All day.
To go shopping today.
Yes. If your wife says she doesn't want anything, don't listen.
That's your advice?
That's my advice.
Don't pay attention.
Don't pay attention. Buy flowers, something.
Okay. Let's check the weather forecast and see what's going on. The weather brought to you by Mitch Smith Chevrolet of Cherokee Avenue. Make the switch to Mitch. The weather almanac for February 14th. The average high temperature in Cullman, Alabama is 58. The average low is 32. The record high on this date, 83 degrees in 1962. The record low, 9 degrees in 1971. Sunset this afternoon at 5:30. Sunrise tomorrow morning at 6:31. There's the satellite picture. You can see what's going on around the country. Snow up north, but hey, what's new? It's February. Our part of the country, it looks like a little rain down in the beach area, but our part looks like it's going to be pretty good. Maybe some fog in some areas this morning. Otherwise sunny today with a high near 55. Clear tonight, low of 35. Sunny and breezy again tomorrow with a high of 54. But ooh, look out for a cold weekend coming up. Saturday, scattered snow flurries, a high of 43. Let's see, the low temperature forecast for Sunday morning is expected to be around 24.
Wow.
Go to church on Sunday morning. High, let's see, warming up to 47 Sunday, back to normal, 57 on Monday, 58 Tuesday. So that's the weather forecast for the next several days. A cold weekend. But maybe the rain is out of the way for a while.
Let's hope so. I'm glad to see the sunshine this morning.
Yeah, that makes us feel good. Who is our Facebook friend of the day?
Our Facebook friend of the day today is Mickey Arthur Bush, and she likes country music and American Idol.
She is my sister-in-law. Lives out on the West Coast, as a matter of fact. Yeah.
Well, we're very glad that she's our Facebook friend today. And if you would like to be our Facebook friend, all you have to do is friend us on Facebook, Channel 2 Coleman. And
we have a couple of former Coleman residents visiting us today.
That's right. Jack and Penny Keck are here to visit us, and they have just a beautiful Valentine's Day story to share.
Okay. That's coming up. George Spear is here with news and commentary right after this.
At Premier Bank, we're a bit old-fashioned. We actually answer the telephone when you call. However, old-fashioned doesn't mean we aren't up to date. With the latest technology, Premier Bank meets the various needs of our customers. Mobile smartphone banking, internet banking, ATMs, convenient offices. At Premier Bank, we have the right products right now with good old-fashioned customer service. At Premier Bank, we put the customer first.
Fire, accident, storm, they all happen in Cullman County. And for 3 generations, Night Free Insurance has been there for you. Continuing today with Elliott and Westcott Free, customizing your life, home, auto, and business insurance with auto owners. Call Westcott, Elliott, Judy, Tina, Angie, or Karen. Night Free Insurance, where people are the difference. Time for news and comment on this Thursday. Don't forget we're streaming live, channel2coleman.com. Well, those of you who have been traveling 278 east out of Cullman know that you've probably seen a few orange barrels, and they're there for a reason, because they're going to start removing some of those older damaged homes that were out there during the tornado. And so beginning, let's see, on 6th Avenue Southeast down to the light at Convent Road, there may be some slowing of traffic. They say that they don't think there'll be much of a delay, but they do have to get those things down. I guess because of the widening of 278 is part of the reason. And it's an eyesore, but it's also, these homes are a grim reminder of what happened on April 27th. So heads up for that coming up this probably as early as tomorrow when they start slowing things down out there. Smith Farms, the folks who put together the festival in 2012, hoping to attract a big crowd with bands like the Marshall Tucker Band and some others. They were disappointed at the turnout, but they're still thinking about, Roger Turner still thinking about trying it again sometime later this year. Not sure what they'll want to put together, but I will tell you what. Back in about 2000, as a county commission chairman, we wanted to observe the fact that it was the turn of the century, and so we planned a number of things that year. I don't know if some of you recall them, but one of them was a big event at Smith Lake with a lot of country singers. I'll tell you, we publicized it, did everything, and doggone if didn't a handful of people show up. I'm not sure what it is. Here was this event at Smith Farms right on 278 and I-65, and there was something of a low turnout. I don't know. Sometimes I think it depends on where you hold it, the time of year you hold it, and who knows what else. But nonetheless, they're considering another event this year, Roger Turner and his folks. He said, it's not a done deal, talking about getting one planned for this year. He says, but we're looking at it really hard. I learned a lot from that first one, and it's a lesson I paid for, he says. And I don't know I didn't see this story yesterday, but on Tuesday, down in Chelsea, Alabama, Shelby County, I'm talking about a physical education teacher at one of the schools there, saw a 21-year-old guy who worked at the school occasionally with a weapon. The kid took some hostages in the girls' locker room. I mean, thank goodness nobody was hurt. But what's going on with these folks? Is it like they're 15 minutes of fame? Is that what they're looking for? I mean, and meanwhile, you got this kid who posted on Facebook last year that he was so mad he could shoot up an elementary school. Now, what idiot would say something like that? Put it on the internet, right? Well, this Blount County grand jury this week indicted Dakota Kent, another 21-year-old. I think when you're 21, it's almost as bad as being 16, because sometimes the brain housing group goes into orbit or something. I don't know what it is, but you do stupid stuff. Hey, I'm 21. I can drink. Let's see, what else can I do? Anything, that kind of thing. At any rate, that's the news when it comes to those issues. And if you think that you can't be affected by it, again, this kid's from Blount County, right across the creek over here, east of us. A man caught after Wednesday's robbery of a People's Bank in Lacey Spring may be the one connected to all these bank robberies in Eva and Coleman. They're not saying. But what is interesting about this story is that this individual, 36-year-old Joe Guthrie of Somerville, his car was seen near a bank during an attempted robbery some weeks ago. And boy, the undercover folks are watching these banks. Now, if you think you're going to get in and get out without being seen, heads up. When you've got Premier Bank has to lock its doors, that's a terrible hindrance. And it goes against the grain of any person, Mr. Mullins and those folks who are trying their best to do a good job and serve the people, and yet they have to lock their doors because of idiots like that who want to go and take what doesn't belong to them. But then that's not the first time that's happened, and it won't be the last. Rush Limbaugh yesterday says, well, it finally hit me, Rush says. Barack Obama will never be held responsible for anything. Well, why would you blame Santa Claus for what you didn't get last year? I mean, what we've got for president is a Santa Claus sugar daddy, okay? And he's promising everything. So those of you who think I deserve everything, well, you're in happy la-la land. But the rest of us who have to work for it, okay, we're not seeing anything happening with the media. They're just turning a blind eye, but then being so liberal as they are, we know why. Because they like that sort of thing. In Atlanta, medical examiners determined that a woman who passed away last year due to complications from heart arrhythmia was drinking too much Coca-Cola. 2 gallons a day. 2 gallons of Coke. Now, there's a habit. I don't know if it's as costly as meth, but I will tell you, and I guess maybe there was a reason behind the fact. Remember when they used to have, was it 3-liter Cokes? You had to get a wheelbarrow to get it out of the grocery store. And now they've gotten smaller, but still people and some folks walk around with a sun drop, in their hand all the time. Some of the Diet Mountain Dew. I know, I used to do it, so, well. I guess there's such a thing as too much of a good thing, and maybe that's it. Stay tuned, more of Today on 2 after this.
In the nation, we can't make every annoying thing disappear, but we can eliminate deductibles. Nationwide insurance members who add Vanishing Deductible get $100 off for every year of safe driving. Join the nation where deductibles go.
Nationwide is on your side. Selling cookies is about
the big picture.
You have to have a goal.
A big goal.
Something you and your team
want to do in the world.
We choose
where the money goes.
A trip, an adventure,
helping people out.
Helping a lot of people out.
And about the money,
we are responsible for it.
Handling it, managing it,
tracking it,
doing great things with it.
This is business.
Girl business.
The biggest girl-run business
in the world.
Did you think this was just about cookies?
Welcome back to Today on 2. We have some prizes to give away. Let's see what we have for this Thursday. A bag of assorted apples from Steel Orchard. And we have one large pizza from Papa Murphy's Take and Bake Pizza. Those are the prizes we have for today. Let's look at some of our merchant ads, and remember, we'll ask you a question about one of these ads, starting with Cups Accounting and Tax Service, quality service at reasonable rates. They can do personal tax returns, business, corporate, or farm. Cups Accounting and Tax Service.
And inspire the heart today with music, novels, MyEvo color tablets, and gifts. That's at Yates Chance Christian Bookstore at the South Coleman Shopping Center.
People's Tires Break-In Alignment Center. Today is Thursday. They give you $3 off an oil change today and every Thursday. People's Tires on Catherine Street.
And antique-inspired heirloom jewelry is available at Doug Doggett Jewelers. It's set with genuine Swarovski crystals for your Valentine today. That's why you shop at Doug Doggett Jewelers on Compass Way.
Deb's Bookstore, your hometown bookstore just down the road. Gift certificates are available. Give him or her a gift certificate from Deb's Bookstore today.
Mr. Hicks Menswear, that the men's top coats are 1/3 off regular sizes, big and tall sizes, and they're now offering suits made to your measurements at Mr. Hicks.
Tires for Less is more than just tires. They do minor engine repair, replace shocks and brakes, and of course do oil changes. See Greg and the guys at Tires for Less on Highway 31 North.
And Barnett Tax Service, she does tax returns, electronic filing, and bookkeeping services. She's been serving Coleman for 41 years, and she offers direct deposit to your debit card, and you can pick up your refund check at her office.
Finders Keepers has over 150 booths of antiques, gifts, and treasures located by J. Drake Salon on 1st Avenue Southwest, right the corner from us.
And introducing Smart Stretch now. They have breathable, comfortable, and durable fabric. That's the Landau brand, which is made better. That's at the Uniform Place on 2nd Avenue.
Earl's Body Shop reminds you, move over for emergency vehicles. They do large and small towing. Earl's Body Shop located on Highway 31 North. There we go with some of the merchant ads we have for today. Our question today, which business is located just down the road?
Oh.
You like that one?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Trying to be a little difficult today.
Mm-hmm.
Which advertiser is located just down the road? The first person with the correct answer receives the bag of apples from Steel Orchard and Papa Murphy Pizza. We have a caller ready to go. Hello, who's calling?
Debbie.
From where are you calling?
Debbie.
Okay, Debbie, from where are you calling?
Coleman.
From Coleman, okay. Which business is located just down the road?
Deb's Bookstore.
I didn't fool anybody today, did I? That's right, Deb's Bookstore is the right answer. Stay on the line, please. Thanks for calling in. Yeah, Deb says she's just down the road. Mm-hmm. Or the way we refer to it is just across the street.
Yeah.
Deb's Bookstore. Let's look at the rest of our merchant ads right now. Starting with the City Park and Recreation Department, and the Miracle League is presenting a Valentine's dance tonight at the Civic Center, 5:30 until 8:30.
And Baldwin Counseling Center, having problems, need to talk or want privacy? Well, Dr. Rogers can help with weight loss, individual and family counseling, and even lifestyle coaching. Give him a call today at 737-3087.
Auto Tech does foreign and domestic auto repair and service. David Methman, now located on County Road 1354 in Vinemont, beside Ridgemont Community Church.
And the Blizzard of the Month is the chocolate-covered strawberry blizzard at Dairy Queen. It's sweet strawberries blended with rich chocolate chunks and creamy vanilla soft serve.
Mullins Body Shop. Over 50 years they've been doing auto body repair and towing. You can still count on them each and every day. That's Mullins Body Shop.
And Barnett Tax Service, she does tax returns, electronic filing, and bookkeeping. She's been serving Coleman for over 31 years. There's no appointment necessary with her. You can have your refund check mailed to your home or pick it up in her office on Main Avenue.
The difference is not when you open our bottle, it's when you open our door. Borden Family Pharmacy, located on Highway 157, a good neighbor pharmacy.
And Renard's Gallery and Gifts, they offer jewelry, framing, and prints. Renard's Gallery is located on 1st Avenue. You can give them a call at 739-5997 or visit them on the web at renardsgallery.com.
Night Free Insurance, providing insurance coverage for over 3 generations. Elliott and Westcott are the people to talk to at Night Free Insurance.
And Medical Arts Apothecary, they're a trusted part of your family for 50 years. It's a family-owned business, personalized care. They make a difference every day at Medical Arts Apothecary.
There we go with our merchant ads for today. Now it's time to check our birthdays. I know we have at least one birthday on Valentine's Day.
And Kitty Warren has a birthday on this Thursday. Happy birthday to you, Kitty. And our anniversaries for today are Jerry and Linda Green. And of course our birthdays will go into a drawing this week to possibly on Friday win an 8x10 portrait from Baker Photography and an ice cream cake from Dairy Queen.
And coming up next, we will talk with the Kecks, Penny and Jack, so stay tuned.
At Premier Bank, we are very proud of the long-lasting relationships we have with our customers. We'll go almost anywhere to meet your banking needs.
Overwhelmed by home refinancing offers from telephone solicitors and direct mail advertising, and then find you're not qualified for a specific plan? The Mortgage Center, a hometown lender, compares the rates from all home loan lenders and the qualifications of the various government programs to find a plan best suited to you. The Mortgage Center helps Coleman County people purchase and refinance their homes.
This is Pat Newton. Call us today and let us tailor a loan program to your specific needs and requirements.
Meet the KitchenAid 36-inch induction cooktop. It might just change the way you cook. Induction technology heats the pan and not the cooking surface to offer you a new level of precision, speed, and energy efficiency. 9 settings give you different levels of heat to achieve precise temperatures and amazing responsiveness. Water boils in just seconds, making this the fastest to boil induction cooktop available. The KitchenAid 36-inch induction cooktop.
Life lived in black and white is not a life lived. Today, I choose color. To see it. To feel it. To be in it. To be upon it. And to live a life surrounded by it. Today, I put on a fresh coat.
I know many people in the audience will remember and recognize Penny and Jack Keck, our guests on the program today. Thank you for coming in today.
Well, you're quite welcome.
You left Coleman a few years ago.
Yes, sir.
7 or 8 years ago, I think, something like that. And started on an odyssey.
Yes.
Tell us, number one, why did you leave Coleman?
Well, it was reluctantly. That's the first, because we really liked Coleman.
Mm-hmm.
But I was in a coffee group that we met at one of the coffee places, and we'd talk about this and that and the other thing. And one of the guys had a grandson. And that's all he could talk about from then on was his grandson or granddaughter. So it got us to thinking. We had, at that time, 5 grandchildren, but there was 3 of them in Minnesota, 1 of them in Texas, and 1 of them in Florida, South Florida. And we would see them about once a year for about a week. So we didn't really get to... we thought we didn't get a chance to see them grow. So I talked to Penny about why don't we first just
go and stay a couple of months at each place. We'd just move in the house with them. And that didn't go over too good. And so then I said, well, we'll find, we'll just go to each of these 3 towns and we'll find some place we can rent for 3 or 4 months. Well, that was a chore, too, because nobody wanted to rent for just a short period of time, furnished and all that. So that left us with the idea that, well, let's buy an RV. And what we do is go to each place for 4 months and visit and, see the kids grow. So that's what we did.
And let them see us, because they didn't know us as well. They wouldn't have any memories. And we thought that was important for them, too.
Yes.
You got to the point where each time you saw the grandchildren, they were a different person because you hadn't seen them for a number of months?
Well, that's right. That's right. And this way, it was only about 8 months between visits for each one. So we got to see them, play ball, go swimming, swim team, and soccer, and baseball, and softball, and so we got to see a lot of them growing up, and them knowing us, and which is an extra thing.
So you summered in Minnesota, I'm guessing, wintered in Florida and Texas in between?
You got it.
Exactly correct. We're not dumb.
We had spent a Christmas in Minnesota before we started the RVing, and luckily it didn't snow that particular Christmas, but it was cold. And of course I knew it was South Minnesota, so it's not quite as bad as Minneapolis and above, but it was someplace that I didn't particularly. And to the RV park there, they closed during the winter.
We found that out the hard way. We got to Minnesota a month early one year, the first year we were out. And they don't turn the water on until the May 1st because the ground's still frozen.
Yeah, well, and then no one's freeze anymore. They wait till the last freeze is over.
We learned a few things about RVing on our Odyssey as well.
What memories do you have of Minnesota? And I know you still go back there, but as far as living there for a few months.
Well, let me give you some background on that. Penny lived in Minnesota. She worked in Minnesota a long time ago. Not a long time ago, but before we got married. And so it was like going home to her.
So you knew what to expect.
Yeah.
And I have a lot of friends there.
Right.
But I also had clothes, the right kind of clothes when I lived there. So you don't want to go there without the boots and everything else that goes with it.
Long coat.
In the wintertime.
The thing that I think about summers in Minnesota is mosquitoes.
They're terrible.
Well, I wouldn't say it was terrible. They didn't bother me that much, but maybe it's not the right flavor. But the thing that got me was it was so green when it gets springtime and summer, and it stays green all year. It doesn't turn brown like it does here. And in Winona, where we were staying in the campground that was right on the Mississippi River. So I could go fishing just, 100 yards away.
And fishing's good in Minnesota.
Pretty good. It's a different kind, but it's pretty good. I didn't have a boat, so I always fished off the bank. But I caught most every kind of water. I caught my first pike, northern pike, which is kind of like a gar, but it's a better looking fish, but they got a mean mouth.
I will say that except for Texas, Jack was always able to find us an RV park on the water, some kind of water, pond, lake, river.
Now, where did you stay in Texas?
North of San Antonio, in this really neat little town called Bernie. It's you could, if you like to go antiquing, you can spend a week there. And very friendly, very nice town. We were really close to everything. And get on the highway, and 25 miles, that's our daughter.
Okay.
So it was really, really nice.
And which months of the year did you spend in Texas?
Usually fall.
Yeah, usually in the fall. We got there, when was it? I guess it was in I don't remember.
Well, the first time we went, we went in fall specifically for a purpose. Our grandson was a senior in high school.
And playing football.
And he was playing football. And our daughter's a single mom. And so she was the only one there in the stands yelling for the kids. So we figured she needed at least 2 more people watching play football on a regular basis. So that was the reason we started where we started and when we started. Minnesota too early in April, and then on to Texas during football season, and then our kids at that time were in Florida. So Florida was a nice place to spend the winter. And we had
Florida?
An RV.
We were in
park.
Tarpon Springs.
No, where is that?
It's just a little bit north of Miami.
Okay.
Excuse me. Yeah, Miami.
Okay. So you're in South Florida.
Not Miami, and I can't think of it either. Tampa.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, okay. You're in the central part of the state then.
And that was good. It was right on the water too.
Right.
We had there was a river actually that was running, and we were about a mile where it emptied into the Gulf.
Now, to bring you up to date, you have come back to Alabama.
Right.
Yes.
And why is that?
Well,
Default.
2 years ago, we had a Keck Grisham reunion in Texarkana. Penny's from Texarkana, Texas, although she was born in Arkansas, and I'm from Arkansas. And we had a reunion of all of our grandkids and kids for the first time ever. Got all in one place.
At Christmas, right?
At Christmas. And the Saturday after our supper and all, the children said, "Hey, come in the living room. We wanted to talk." And we thought we were going to talk about what we were going to do for breakfast next morning. And they had a couch similar to this and set us down in the couch. And they had 5 chairs out in front of us. They sat in a chair and says, "We think you guys are too old to be on the road hauling your home around."
Now, that's not how they said it. They said it beautifully because they were very, very concerned about us.
Yeah.
Jack had his eyesight had started downhill, and I was losing my hearing, and we only had one driver at the time, and they were worried about us. And but that's what they said. They just said it, 20 minutes, and it with a lot of love. But of course, we couldn't stop then, just because we couldn't let them run our lives, But we had already been thinking about it.
Yeah, that's one of the things I told them. I said, "Well, we really think about that sort of thing every day, but we just didn't want to give it up yet because we were making it okay, and Penny was keeping us safe, and we were enjoying the kids and all that." So anyway, in 2 more years, we just said, "Well, maybe we ought to," and. So my son, by that time, who had lived in Florida, had moved to Gadsden, and he works for Life of Alabama there. So we decided, well, let's just move to Gadsden and sell the RV and the truck, get us a house, get a little car that Penny can drive easily, because she had a big GMC 2500 truck that she was trying to wrestle around all the time, and. So that's what we're doing now. We came back in November, and we've done all those things. We've sold the RV and truck. We're in a house now, and just loving it. And we're close enough to Coleman that we can come back every now and then.
Our youngest grandchildren are here.
Yep.
We have 3 that they're not in college. If they're not in college yet, they will be in a few months. And so we tell them they got us by default, but and they laugh about it. So.
Well, thank you for taking the time to come and see us today.
Thank you
and
so
I know
much.
you're going to take the time to see friends here in Coleman while you're here also.
Oh yeah. And we like this area. We lived here, for 6 years.
Yeah.
And just really enjoyed it here. Really enjoyed it.
Okay.
Thank
We'll be back with more Today on 2 right after this.
There's stuff around your house, but we don't make stuff. We make ovens. Dual fuel, double ovens. And they bake so evenly that now delicious is something you can depend on. We only make things for one room. The best room. Your kitchen. We're devoted to it. And you can feel it in everything we make. Nobody knows the kitchen like KitchenAid.
Overwhelmed by home refinancing offers from telephone solicitors and direct mail advertising, and then find you're not qualified for a specific plan? The Mortgage Center, a hometown lender, compares the rates from all home loan lenders and the qualifications of the various government programs to find a plan best suited to you. The Mortgage Center helps Coleman County people purchase and refinance their homes.
This is Pat Newton. Call us today and let us tailor a loan program to your specific needs and requirements.
And I saw her the next morning, and when I went in to bring a breakfast to her, I saw her feet on the floor, and I thought she was dead.
The doctors had told me that I shouldn't drive anymore. I was happy about it, and I knew that I was not going to live with them.
We had to do something because Mother's health was just going down rapidly.
They were as anxious as I was to get situated while I was still able to make some of the decisions myself.
At Premier Bank, we take pride in serving our community. We respect our customers, and we've won awards for our ethical conduct. We're motivated to do all we can for you, and we're interested in your banking needs. We're efficient, safe, and sound, and our relationships with our customers are second to none.
At Premier Bank, we put the customer first.
Are brought to you by Pepsi and Coleman Jefferson Gas. The Bounds Memorial for Kids' Sake Variety Show will be held Saturday, February the 16th at 2 p.m. at the in the Buddy Lee Haynes Theater at Wallace State. Tickets are $5 in advance and $10 at the door. And the 10th annual Empty Bowls Dinner will be Monday, February the 18th at Coleman FUMC. It's from 4:30 to 7. Tickets are $10 and proceeds benefit the Coleman Caring for Kids Food Bank. Our community billboards are brought to you by Pepsi and Coleman Jefferson Gas. If your organization has a billboard they would like to send to us, please email it to channel2coleman@gmail.com, fax it to 734-7680, or friend us on Facebook, Channel 2 Coleman.
Make the switch to Mitch. Our weather brought to you by Mitch Smith Chevrolet. For today, it'll be sunny, maybe a little breezy, a high of 55. Clear tonight, low of 35. Sunny and breezy again tomorrow with a high near 54. Tomorrow, who's our guest?
We're so excited to have Jeremy Oden back on the show, and he's going to talk about his new position in the Public Service Commission.
That's what we have lined up for tomorrow. Thank you for watching today on 2.
Hope you have a great day.